bullying doesn't just happen at school. It happens in your house. It happens in your community. And it's one of the many faults is that whenever someone comes forth or says something, like, it's not taken seriously until someone dies. And then they're like, okay, maybe we should bring in this program to come and do this thing.
Or often it's not labeled as bullying.
Right, exactly. They're just like, oh, he was struggling with this, da, da, da. It's like, no, like, people were belittling him, mocking him, and making him feel small. And sometimes it's your own people, which to me, like, makes me even more upset, especially like as a person of color. Like, when it comes to blackness and mental health, it's not taken seriously sometimes in the black community. It's almost to the point where it's like, oh, like, you're already black, why would you do this to yourself? But it's like, no, like, black people can be depressed too. like anyone can struggle with anything. And, you know, if you're living in a certain community, household, neighborhood, and you're going through this, like, why would you bring it up if no one's taking it seriously? Like, why would you talk about it if no one's gonna, like, take what you're saying into consideration? I think it was a year, like, it was last year, early last year, there was a 6-year-old black girl who was in foster care who hung herself in a closet. And when she was 4 or 5, she told her foster mother that, you know, she was having these terrible dreams and that, you know, she hates being alive. And this is a 5-year-old girl telling her foster mother this, and no one believed her. Like, no one, like, thought that she was being serious because she's too young or all saying all these things about her. And come to find, you know, they find her, you know, hanging in a closet. And I think it was the day before that, there was talks of, like, this law or something. I'm, like, going through so many different bullet points right now. This law something being passed for, like, these group of men who were gonna dictate whether or not it was legal for a woman to have an abortion. And I'm just like, okay, so this is where we're bringing our focus. We have kids in foster care who are 6 years old, who are taking their own lives, and you're saying you care about kids? I don't understand. I don't understand, like, I don't understand. And I feel like I'm so riled up right now because it gets me so, like.
No, I mean, there's so many different forms of bullying, whether it's in our politics, whether it's as a society saying that some people are viewed less than. I mean, I think people of color have been talking about it forever, that like, as a society, you are saying that we are less than. The LGBT community has been saying forever that you have laws that say we couldn't get married. You're having laws saying that adoption isn't okay in certain states. You know, this is a form of telling somebody that they're not capable or they're not right or they aren't allowed to do something. And it is a form of bullying, and it starts everything from saying you don't look a certain way, so we're not going to like you. Or you're acting weird and we don't like that and we're going to ostracize you. And it goes all the way up to the top saying that you don't have autonomy over your life and your body.
Right. And so, like, the bullying doesn't even, like, it's on such a grand scale because there's so many different forms of it, and it's like it takes so many different forms. So even if it's not happening directly to you, if you identify as a certain way and you already see yourself, you know, or the people that you would align yourself with being treated a certain way, like whether it's in the media or in the news or somewhere around you, you already have this idea of your mind that, like, things aren't gonna work. Like, it's just not gonna work for you. And when you're young, you feel that times 20 because here you are, you can't really make many decisions on your own. You can't leave, and there's not much that you can do. But one thing that you can do, that you have control over, is unfortunately, you know, taking your own life. And sometimes, like, that's the loudest they'll ever be, because you go through these years of being silent, and the only time that people listen to you is when you're dead. And you know, this is a lot of times, you know, other kids see that and other people witness that and they catch on to it. And, you know, it pushes their idea in their mind even more that, like, wow, like, I'm never going to be heard. No one's ever going to hear me. And the reason why I'm raising my voice and getting so, like, in this chair about it is because when I was bullied, I remember going to my guidance counselor and my gym teacher, and I was like, these kids are gonna kill me. You have to stop them. Oh, they're just boys. You're a freshman. It's okay. Like, play basketball with them. I cannot play with them. They won't pick me.
Yeah.
It's like, can I just clean something in the locker room? Can I sit in the stands? Like, I just don't want to be next to them. Like, I don't want to be here. And it's not like no one ever thinks that you're being serious. And they think that it's a joke or just like, oh, these are kids, but kids hurt people too.
Oh, tell me what will